being taxed on, like being taken away?
It depends what I get for that. Can I give an example?
Sure.
Okay. My willingness to be taxed would be greater if, for example, my or my daughter's college education were paid for by those taxes. So in a vacuum, it's really hard to answer that question because
Yeah.
it depends what we get.
Okay, so let me continue with these questions.
Please.
So, who do you think makes better decision for your daughter, you or the government?
What kinds of decisions?
School.
School. What kind, like college?
Let's just
or
say
what do you-
if you pay me, I'm the government, but I'll choose which school she can.
Okay, so what we're watching here is a spar between Patrick Bet-David and David Pakman. The thing is, both of these people don't want to walk into anything that they're not sure of. So it's kind of funny to watch. Sometimes it's good to put on a quick debate and see, how things go. Patrick is trying to corner David. And David is a little bit, he's too smart for that. I will give him that. So that's why he's asking for every little word. And for the MAGA person who's going to say, oh, God, he's so annoying when he does that. He's just like a weasel. Andrew Wilson does it, too. Like, they want to know, what do you mean by this before I answer the question? I'm kind of like that, too. So, anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. David Pakman annihilating Patrick Bet-David on his own show.
Go to versus you don't pay me, the government. You take that responsibility and you get to choose to send your daughter to what school she wants to go to.
What do you mean the government chooses?
But I'm giving you those options. So meaning the government says these are the schools that will pay the tuition for, okay?
You're talking college and university?
I'm talking college and university.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. You're talking public school.
I didn't know which direction you were going.
Yeah,
with it.
but go back to when I asked you the question. I asked the question, I said, so what percentage of your dollar are you willing to be taxed on?
Yeah.
Not taxed on, just taxed.
Yeah.
And you said it depends on what happens with what I'm paying for,
Yeah.
right? Kind of what you said. Okay.
Sure.
So do you think,
I mean, is that logical? Do you agree with that, at least in principle?
do you, well, I think.
He does. He does. He just wants to find a way to say that he doesn't, because this is a leftist sitting in front of him. So, for the audience, he has to build it a certain way. He does. This is the hypocrisy of people. Yes, we'll say people. Everybody does it, right? But I didn't know. I knew, but seeing it today, how the switch up is real, how these people now, they're like, to the point where Benny Johnson is like, costing money costs nothing. Losing money costs nothing. These people are very much, they're not righteous. They're not, right? By the way, please don't forget that the like and subscribe button. Like and subscribe. Thank you. I see some people subscribing. Thank you so much to everybody who's watching.
I think you have a good brain and a good mind to make better decisions on what to do with your money than the government can.
No, but before we go into the specific education, because I'm trying to find points of agreement here, because I actually don't think we're really that far apart on a lot of these issues.
You see what I'm saying?
Are you of the mindset that, just hypothetically, are you okay paying more in taxes if the taxes include fire, police, roads, bridges? Are you generally just
have you ever lent anybody money?
Yes, but you're not answering my question.
But I'm gonna answer too.
Okay.
This is my way of answering. You have your way of answering. I'm gonna answer you the way I'm answering. So, have you ever lent the same person? Have you ever lent money to somebody a good amount and they never paid you back?
Fortunately, not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, guess what?
Yeah.
I feel the same way you do about giving money to the government because they haven't had a good track record of doing right things with my money.
No, it sounds like you're saying the opposite. I'm saying I have not had an experience.
Well, but you're wiser. Good for you that you haven't had that experience because it sucks. But here's
I don't know what Patrick is saying right now. He's trying to it's funny because I've seen this before, right? But I was looking at it, yes, in the mindset of like, oh, leftist guy, what is he talking? But what is Patrick saying? What is he trying to tongue tie him into? By the way, they got to be careful with the, like it's all good with, like putting the Beijing, but you can't get it around the eyebrows because then it makes it very clear that you've Beijing your eyebrows.
Part. Have you ever lent your car to somebody and it didn't work out for you?
No.
Never happened to you?
No. I have leases and I just tell them, listen, I'm the only person who can drive. I don't even know if that's true. I just say, my insurance won't
Have you ever
cover it.
allowed somebody to borrow anything from you?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yes.
Okay, give me an idea. something, anything,
Something like that they broke or something like that?
whatever you lend somebody.
Oh, I'm trying to remember. And people don't really ask me for stuff very often. Like,
This is a serious question here, man. Like the world is relying on you giving the right answer.
what have I mean, maybe when I was like 14, I lent somebody a Discman and they did.
Are you a video game guy? Are you a gamer?
Not really.
So what do you do for fun?
Bike, read, travel.
You ever lent a bike to somebody?
God, no.
So you may not be.
No, I've lent a bike. No, I've lent a bike.
Okay,
Yeah, I've lent my bike.
so have you ever lent a bike to somebody?
Yes.
And they jacked it up.
No.
You've never had that happen.
No.
To you. Then you're living in a freaking utopia. That's why you don't understand economy yet, maybe.
I have
Okay,
undergraduate and
but
graduate
I know,
degrees
but
in
that part, but that's
economics. I hope
concerning as well.
yeah.
I mean,
that probably means I know
So
less.
because he didn't borrow to people, probably because he knows the behavior of people when they borrow. Now he doesn't understand economy? I can't believe, where was I when I first saw, like, what? Wow.
Never mind,
well,
right?
no, not necessarily. That just means you programmed. It's a different story to think in one way because that
I disagree
part,
with you.
But that part is true. A lot of it with current
I
education.
was programmed and then deprogrammed.
Well, when you got 13-1, that's a true monopoly of professors on the left to the right. That's a pure monopoly. But let me go back to the question, what I'm asking. You asked me the question, are you comfortable, as long as what they do with the money?
That wasn't my question.
What was your question?
My question was, as a general principle,
Yeah.
are you okay paying a little more if you get more?
Same question. In my eyes, it's the same thing. Here's why the answer is no.
Oh.
Okay? The reason why the answer is no, I love your sarcasm. The reason why the answer is no is because if I give somebody, a relative, $1,000.
Okay.
It's the last $1,000 he's going to give me. I'm telling you, bro, I'm going to pay you back $1,500 in 2 years.
Yep.
Never get it back.
Okay.
2 years later, you come back to me. Hey, this time give me $5,000, but I promise you, I'm going to give it back 10 grand.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Here you go. 2 years later, he comes back up. Dude, this time I'm asking for 10, but I'm changed.
Right.
I'm good, bro. Trust me.
I'm a changed man.
Give me the money.
Yeah.
I'm going to fix it. If you give it the third time, you're an idiot in my eyes. We keep giving money to people with zero accountability, and we just keep saying, here, go
What
spend this
money
money.
are you talking about?
$1.9 trillion.
But money for what programs?
Any programs that we're giving money to that there's no accountability for
Which
is being
programs are
wasted.
those?
Any one of them.
But name
include
one.
military. Include any of the entitlement programs that we have.
Like which one?
Include welfare. Include food stamps. Include any one of them. We
But I
can
don't-
pull it up and I'll tell you right now any one of them.
But what I don't understand is, what do you mean by there's no accountability?
Can I give an example, please? Because I think what you're trying
The
to say
fact
is
that you don't know where I'm going with this is an issue.
Well-
Because so what you're saying is you know exactly what happens with the money when you give it to when you pay taxes?
No, I just don't understand what you're talking about.
And I understand why he's answering him like that. And there's that, right? Because this was the setup, I guess, for Doge. Which, okay, yes, there is government waste and spend, but it's like nothing is done in full righteousness again. It's like there's no full transparency. Because he said even military, which is insane that he said that. That must not really be an issue, but they just pulled they pulled $1 trillion or whatever for the military. Elon goes in, he slashes a bunch of stuff. We still don't know what he slashed. So it's just like everything is still a don't know what to slash. And not everything got slashed too, by the way, because Zionists get to keep their stuff. I used to be of this mindset like, yeah, get rid of everything or whatever. But I keep thinking that it's me going in to do the work, okay? Because the difference between me and these people is that I would come and talk to the American people like, look, this is what's breaking down. This is what's going on. No gaslighting, no confusion, none of that stuff. This is what's going on, and then go from there. But that's not what these people do. They gaslight the whole way through. Then they try to get a give me a gotcha or whatever on their podcast. And that was annoying to watch. I'll see you guys in the next one.